What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speak TV and D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos on this channel. Much love to those who support this channel by donating. I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box underneath the video. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. Now, this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach this topic with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Now, before I get into this story, I want to say that Dawson Speaks TV does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, gender expression, age, national origin, disability, marital status, sexual orientation, military status, or political affiliation. Now, these stories are from all over. You all sent them in, and now I'm gonna talk about it, alright? But before I get into these stories, let me just say thank you to those of you who saw the last video I posted, and I talked about my grandmother who had transitioned, and you all sent your condolences and told me that you were keeping me in your prayers, and I appreciate that, y'all. I love y'all for that, and I thank you for rocking with me. Now, let me get into these topics you all sent in. A new gospel group is ready to take the gospel music scene by storm. But this group is not only talented, they're also transparent. Yes, they are open about their lives, and especially their romantic lives, to their family, friends, fans, and to the people who attend the Lord's church. But to tell you the truth, I don't think the church is ready for this. Now listen to this. The Harlem Gospel Travelers is a gospel group of 3 same-gender loving men who say they will not be lying about what they are and who they love, unlike some same-gender loving gospel artists who keep their love lives a secret. Now, the Harlem Gospel Travelers, who said that their sound is more of a 70s and 80s gospel, not contemporary, they said that it's been hard for them to break into the gospel music scene because most churches won't let them come and minister. However, they have been invited to some concert halls and different festivals in the area in order to minister to the people. Now, in spite of having just some setbacks, the group is still hopeful about its future as they continue to use their gifts to spread God's love to the people. Now, let me say this. I believe the Harlem Gospel Travelers should continue to sing, write music, and perform as long as they want to. However, I don't think that the gospel music industry is ready or will ever accept an openly same-gender loving artist, be it male or female. Now, I know somebody's going to say, oh, Dawson, come on, man, get real. You know these people in the gospel music industry, they ain't nothing but a bunch of freaks. Freaks in the Lord's church. And most of them are already a part of the LGBTQIA community. Dawson, so they're playing in our face. And guess what? You may be right. But here's the question. Are they open about who they are and who they love with their pastors, their family, friends, and churches and fans? A lot of them are not. And most of those artists are not open because they know it's going to affect their bottom line. And if you do have an artist who happens to have same-sex attraction and people in the industry knows about it, in the gospel industry, usually they're not talking about it in a way to uplift it. They're trying to they're denouncing it. And they're using, pray for me. I'm struggling with my sexuality. Kind of like what Pastor Donnie. I said I wasn't going to bother him no more, but it's sort of what he does. And they just give him a pass because Pastor Donnie always proclaims that his sexual attraction is an everlasting struggle that he will have. Now, I could go on with this, but I'm not. But I want to know what you all think about this. Can the Harlem Gospel Travelers break into the gospel music scene as they are, or should they pick another genre? Get down in the comment sections and let me know. Please be respectful, y'all. Please. You can do it. Now, this next story comes out of Texas, Houston, Texas, and it's involving our good buddy, Pastor Keion Henderson. Y'all just won't leave Pastor Keion Henderson alone. Him and his wife, media mogul First Lady Shawnee Henderson. Now, on the last video, I talked about how Pastor Keion Henderson was asking 2,100 supporters to donate $2,100 within 21 days towards building a new church because their current church was destroyed by Hurricane Beryl. Now, because of that request from his supporters, Pastor Keion received hundreds upon hundreds of negative comments. People said that Pastor Keion was not being honest about the situation and that he was scamming his supporters out of their money. Now, never one to back down or to sit quiet in a corner, Pastor Keion Henderson's wife, First Lady Shawnee Henderson, came out and defended her husband against his critics. This is what Shawnee had to say. First Lady Shawnee Henderson took to Instagram and she posted this: "You are not responsible for anyone's distorted perception of you. Stand firm in your own truth and light." Man, First Lady Shawnee Henderson is letting us know that she is Team Keion and that she stands with her man 100%. Man, you know what? I wish Pastor Keion Henderson, First Lady Shawnee Henderson, the people at their church, Lighthouse Church down in Houston, Texas, I wish them all the best. Really, I do. Now, Pastor Joel Osteen, you all know Joel Osteen and Victoria up there. Now, Pastor Joel Osteen, Pastor Joel and First Lady Victoria Osteen, they were nice enough to allow Pastor Keion Henderson and his church to use their building through August of 2024. However, Pastor Keion announced this past Sunday that he was grateful for Lakewood for helping them out. He was really grateful. However, Pastor Keion told the congregation this past Sunday, and I'm going to quote him verbatim, "We got to get out of here. This ain't our house. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home." Now, that was a shock to a lot of the people in the audience, but what I learned is that Lighthouse members, you all are expected to begin gathering Sunday, September 1st, 2024 at Lighthouse Dream Center. Lighthouse Dream Center, which is a 40,000 square foot community center adjacent to the main building. The congregation will also meet on the second and fourth Sundays of the month across Lighthouse other 3 campuses throughout the Houston area. Now, at the Lighthouse Dream Center, instead of having 1 service on Sunday, they're going to have 2 services, all right? No matter what, Pastor Keion Henderson is on a mission to build this church. Y'all, wouldn't it be a shame if Pastor Keion builds another church and he's inside of that church before Marvin Winans get into his church? Let me stop. I ain't even going there. Prayers up for Marvin Winans. I ain't even going there. I know it ain't going to take Keion no 20 years to get this done. Watch. Now, in spite of everything that's going on in his life, Pastor Keion still has time to market his new book called Lazy Love. Man, Pastor Keion and Shawnee Henderson, they just don't stop. So I guess if you can't support Pastor Keion by giving the $2,100, at least you could do is pick up a copy of his book. In this book, Pastor Keion Henderson is going to give us some godly relationship advice. Take a breath. Now let's go on to the next topic, y'all, because I know my subscribers, somebody going to say, well, his advice couldn't keep him married to his first wife, so what can he tell me? That's why we're moving on to the, to the next topic. I know my subscribers. Now on to the main story. This next story comes out of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Now look, some of my subscribers are from Atlanta, and it's not the city, it's the people who live in it, all right? So I'm going to go easy on Atlanta. Now here at D&D TV, we've been following the stories of former NBA player Dwight Howard and his secret boyfriends. Now listen, we all know that Dwight Howard has 5 children. The man has children, and he's been married to women before. However, Dwight Howard also indulges in activities with androgynous same-gender loving men and sometimes trans women as well, allegedly. Now, let me say this. The individuals that were named in those lawsuits with Dwight Howard, those individuals who are Mason Elijah, that's Mason and Dwight right there. That was about 4 years ago. Mason started this whole thing saying that he went through some stuff with Dwight. And then we heard just couple months ago, last year, with Dwight and Stephen Harper. There's Stephen Harper there. And there's also someone, because Dwight likes a crowd. He likes group activities. He invites this person who is Kitty Kitty is Dwight's right-hand freak off, I guess. So let me say this. They do not identify as trans women. I want to make that clear for all of the PC people who come to everybody's YouTube channel to make sure they're saying the right things. Look at the lawsuits. These are just androgynous men. Or we can say these are individuals who are gender benders. There's the definition. You can do more research on it on your own time because I'm moving on. Now, we all know about 4 or 5 years ago, Mason Elijah came out with a lawsuit against Dwight Howard. That lawsuit was dismissed. However, Mason said that he was telling the truth. And he said that we'd see this again in the future with Dwight Howard and other men because this is what he likes and he wants what he wants when he wants it. That's what Mason basically was saying. And then some years later, we have another lawsuit with this man right here, Stephen Harper. There's Stephen and Dwight with the same allegations of essay. Now, the lawsuit filed against former NBA player Dwight Howard has been dismissed. Stephen Harper, this man right here, filed the lawsuit in July 2023 before dismissing the case with prejudice in a Gwinnett County court, meaning he can't again sue Dwight Howard on those allegations. Now, Dwight Howard's attorney, Justin Bailey, stated that they did not pay Stephen Harper to drop the lawsuit. Right. Now, Dwight Howard's lawyer had also said this previously. The totality of the text messages between Dwight Howard and Mr. Stephen Harper make it abundantly clear that Mr. Harper's claims are frivolous, that he was a willing participant in the events of July 19th, 2021, and in the early morning hours of July 20th, 2021, and that the touching of his person, listen to this, and that the touching of his person had been invited by him. That's what Howard's attorneys wrote. Now, my opinion is that there was some type of agreement between Dwight Howard's camp and Stephen Harper's camp, and that's why, they dropped the lawsuit or whatnot. But let me say this. Dwight, your lawyers already let us know in the statement that there was consensual touching between you, Stephen, and your right-hand person right there, Kitty, who's always around you and in the situations with you and other people when you all have your freak-offs. Kitty is always there. But my question to you, Dwight, is this. Why does this keep coming up every couple of years with you and men who say that when you don't get your way in a sexual situation, you use force and intimidation? Why does this keep coming up? And I've already said this, and I'm going to say it again. You have Kitty. Why can't you just stick with Kitty? Kitty's right there. Kitty with no cat. Why can't you just stick with Kitty? Doesn't Kitty have other friends who are similar to Kitty that can come and be with you that you don't have to keep getting lawsuits and stuff? Because apparently this is what you like. This has been going on over 5 years now with all these lawsuits and stuff. And do I think you just quit cold turkey? No. You're over in Puerto Rico now with the league over there playing basketball. Who knows what you're doing over there? I don't care. You got to move better, Dwight. I remember when the stuff happened with you and Mason. There's Mason right there. And how you sent your pastor and some of your boys. And they attacked Mason online and they threatened Mason. But then it comes out that this is what you like. You did have consensual touching and all that kind of stuff. What does your pastor and your boys have to say now when they have defended you 5 years ago thinking that Mason was out to destroy you because you're such a celebrity? I mean, he's such a famous celebrity. Get out of here, man. Look, I'm done. What do you all think about this Dwight Howard situation and his former boyfriends? Get down in the comment section and let me know. You all, thank you for watching. Please share the video with family and friends. Thumbs up the video. Thank you to those who support this channel, who bless your boy and say, Dawson, you bless me, I'm going to bless you back. I appreciate you all so much. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself and each other. Peace.